Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. If you are new, welcome. My name is Christina. Today's video is actually going to be a wear test. I have not done a wear test since I think the summer of 2018. I know it's been a very long time. I've been hearing a lot of things about this new product, and I actually want to compare it to something that people are saying that it's duped for. And that is the Elf Putty Primer. I have it right here. I had to order it online. Actually, I had to be on the waiting list and then order it online because it was out of stock for a while. And I was really excited to get it because it's supposed to be comparable, or at least the idea of it is supposed to come from the Tatcha Silk Canvas Primer. When this primer came out, it was raved about. This primer is very expensive, first of all, like ridiculously expensive, but the good thing is there's a lot of product in here. I bought mine the last VIB sale. So mine is right here and it's very bright. I have not used that much of it because you really don't need a lot. It's supposed to fill in your pores. It's supposed to give you a smooth canvas. And honestly, it's a really great primer. I did not buy this primer right away. Like I said, waited, but also I had a sample of it and I was using the sample for a while. I used it up until I decided, okay, this is actually a really great primer. Let me go ahead and make the jump and buy the full-size product. Elf came out with this similar idea. I have yet to open this, except look at the packaging. It's like kind of ripped up. It's ripped right here, and then it's ripped right here, which, you know, whatever. I've only ordered from Elf's website, I think twice before, and they kind of just throw it in the box. But, you know, as long as nothing is damaged, I don't really care that much about how it's packaged. I hate to say it, but I don't. So let's go ahead and crack into this thing and get started. So my idea for this video today, I'm going to put both of the primers on, one on each side, wear some foundation like I normally would, go about my day, and at the end of the night, I'll check in with you guys, let you know what I think. I like the matte finish on the lid. Does not have a scent. The Tatcha primer does have a scent. It's a little citrusy, a little sweet. The Tatcha primer has, let's see, it has 20 grams or 0.7 ounces in it. And then the Elf primer has, it doesn't say on the back, it's just a little sticker, but it says right here it's 0.74 ounces or 21 grams. So 1 more gram than the Tatcha one, which is cool. But again, hopefully if this is anything like the Tatcha primer, you won't have to use a lot. So I had the little coin that comes with the Tatcha primer. I swear everyone loses that thing. I kept mine in my makeup little caddy thing, and I lost it. I don't know what happened to it. I was using it for a while. I honestly really did like that you could scrape off a little bit off the top of the primer and use it that way, but I don't know where I put it. It's in this caddy somewhere, but it's a little bit of a mess. I do need to organize it. I guess we'll start with the Elf primer, and I'll do it on my left side, and then the Tatcha one is gonna go on my right side. I'm gonna use a bobby pin to scrape it. Don't judge me. So this is the primer right here. I'm actually gonna go in with my finger and feel it. So right on contact, it starts to melt, and it feels very nice. It feels a little bit greasy. I'm gonna feel the Tatcha primer too, just to compare it. Honestly, they feel the same. They feel like the same amount of grease on there. So I'm gonna go in and just scrape a little bit. Oh, okay. Well, it's a very, very soft product, so whenever I go in with my bobby pin, it just goes straight in there. So with the Tatcha primer, I feel like you have a little bit more give, like it doesn't go directly into the product. All right, I'm taking about this much since it's only on one side. That might actually be a little too much. Okay, I'm just gonna go ahead and press it in where I normally would. I have larger pores in this area, so I'm starting right there. And then I'm gonna go onto my cheek because I get very oily on the bottom half of my cheek, or on my nose. Then I'm gonna go in my forehead. I actually think that was the perfect amount of product. So honestly, I don't have giant pores. Like whenever I use a primer, I don't see a huge difference in my pores because they don't need a ton of filling in, but it feels nice. It doesn't feel super greasy like I thought it might. It went into the skin really nicely. I still feel it a little bit, but I just applied it, so I'm gonna give it a second. I'm gonna go ahead and go into my Tatcha primer now with a different bobby pin. And so this product, even though it's slight, definitely feels like it's a little thicker, like it's a little more solid, so the bobby pin doesn't just like dip straight into the product. That might actually help with using less product because you won't be grabbing a ton and wasting it if you really don't need that much. Trying to get an even amount of product on here. So this looks about the same. I think I might have grabbed a little less of the Tatcha primer, but that's okay. So we're gonna go ahead and apply this to the face. The same thing, I'm gonna be putting it right there, close to my nose, and then dragging it out, put it on my cheeks, or cheek, and then just spread it along the face. Okay, there you go. Primers are put on the face. Upon initial application, they do feel very similar. Even the coloring to them is similar. They feel the same on the skin, I think. The Tatcha one, I actually feel like might be a little thicker on the skin. Not necessarily a bad thing. Some people need the thickness of a primer for their makeup to stay put. But we will see. I almost am tempted to put more on this side because I don't even really feel the primer anymore. I guess that's a good thing too. And if you wanted to wear it just alone on a casual day or something, that would be great because you wouldn't feel any residue. So I'm gonna go ahead and apply the rest of my face and I will be right back. Okay everyone, and I just finished the rest of my face makeup and everything else that I'll be wearing today. It is currently 12:01 right there, as you can see, and I think it looks pretty good. This is typically my everyday look. I just do foundation, concealer, bronzer, blush, just mainly focus on the complexion, and then lashes, well, mascara. Both sides of my face pretty much look the same. I did not notice any difficulty applying my usual face makeup. My concealer does look like it's a little creasy right here, like it's kind of sinking into the lines. But again, I didn't really put the primer there, and I've just been noticing the last couple months that I have been getting more creasing under the eyes. So I'm not too concerned about that. The powder went on really nice. I didn't have any pilling whatsoever with either side. Looks really good. But anyways, I'm gonna wear this for the rest of the day. I have a couple errands to run and I'm just gonna be doing stuff around the house. I figured I would bring you guys along for a little bit. And yeah, that's about it. I guess I will check in with you guys later on today. Okay guys, what's up? Checking in right now. It is almost 4:30 in the afternoon. It has been 4.5 hours since I have put on my full face of makeup with both the primers. This side is Elf and then this side is Tatcha. Honestly, let me grab a mirror. Overall, I think both of them have really held up. Now, this is not a foundation routine. I do have oily skin, so I definitely do get oily, but the point of this comparison wear test is to see if both sides are reacting the same. So if both sides are just as oily as the other, if there's any patchiness or whatever. Right now, I definitely am getting a little oily right now in my T-zone, and then a little bit right here. Sorry that the lighting's kind of weird, but both sides still look pretty good. The highlight and my blush is still on. It hasn't really worn on either side, really. There's really no creasing. If anything, throughout the day when I get oily down here, and then my foundation starts to separate a little. If anything, it looks a little bit more separated on this side. And I can't tell you if, you know, that's normal. I just don't really pay attention to that throughout the day, to be honest. I just know that it happens on both sides at the end of the day. I've been doing laundry. I watered all of my plants. I actually just made some bread and I'm waiting to put it in the oven right now. It's my first time making bread, so it's actually kind of fun. My little sister is here and she's coming to just hang out for a little bit, and I am planning to organize this room. This is actually my filming room slash closet. I have this whole closeted area with shelving over here that my boyfriend actually built for me. So I'm going to be hanging more stuff up on that today and kind of just organizing this and making it a little bit more livable. So I will probably check in with you guys again at the end of the night. Okay, let's do this. So I am back for the final check-in. It is 10:08 right now, and it's been officially 10 hours since I have applied my makeup, and I think it's actually all held up very well. It has been a long day. I spent the entire day at home, but I spent it organizing, cleaning, baking, babysitting, really a ton of stuff. I actually didn't even make it out to do some errands. I definitely know that this left side of my face, which I think was the Elf side, I lay on that side of my face, and earlier I was laying with my dog, and I was laying down in bed kind of just like chilling after I ate a bunch of food. I know you're not supposed to do that, but I was definitely doing that. So if anything has wiped off right here, that is probably why. But I'm going to focus mainly on the areas that get very oily, and I haven't blotted my face at all today, and it's done pretty well. And I will say, whenever I stay home and I'm not like exerting myself very much, I don't get as oily as when I'm out and about. So what I first noticed is that I have some foundation kind of caking up right here. But I also have the same thing happening on this side as well. That might just be my oils. I don't think that the primer is causing any of it. Let me zoom you guys in. So you can kind of see some buildup of foundation right here. Most of the foundation has worn off underneath my nose, and that's very, very common for me. If one of the primers kept my foundation on throughout the entire day underneath my nose, that's when I would know for sure one was better than the other. But both of the sides have worn off evenly, so, you know, I guess it's comparable in that sense. It all looks pretty similar, and I really do think that I have some fading of my bronzer and like my blush right there from laying on it and like having my dog like rubbing on my face. So I don't really think that counts. Throughout the entire day, as I was checking in the mirror, both sides looked very, very similar. So overall, guys, I really, really think that these primers are so similar. They are ridiculously similar, actually. With that being said, though, if you have tried the Tatcha Silk Canvas Primer and have not been happy with it, then you probably will not be happy with this Elf primer. Now, I can't be 100% sure Could be wrong. I'll put it on the screen for you guys how much the Elf primer is. I forgot to mention that, sorry. But it is only $8 and you can try it out and see if you like it. And if not, then you know, it's better than wasting way more money on the Tatcha Silk Canvas Primer. I really do like the scent of the Tatcha primer, but the Elf one does the same thing and it's so much cheaper. I can say that I am probably going to be using the Elf primer a lot more than the Tatcha one just because I'll feel less guilty. If that makes any sense to you guys. I feel like using that on a daily basis will be way more like, it'll feel way better on my conscience that I'm using an $8 primer versus a $52 primer. I didn't have any reactions with the Elf primer either. Now, granted, this was the first day that I've worn the primer. I'm gonna continue to wear it and let you guys know what I think about it, just so you can keep updated on what I think. And I'll probably post it or something on Instagram or my Instagram stories for you guys to see it. And I have a little makeup highlight on my Instagram story as well, so I'll probably stick it in there too. Both of them wear really nicely. I was not excessively oily today or anything. I didn't see any pilling whenever I was applying my makeup on both sides, and I really don't have any complaints. I'm sorry that this wasn't more interesting. I wish that it were, but I mean, if you guys wanted to know if they compared, they definitely compare. Alright guys, that is everything for this video. Thank you so much for watching, and thank you for coming along with me throughout my day. I hope that you guys enjoyed it. I know that I've never really done that, but I hope you liked it either way. I hope that you enjoyed it. If you did, please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more videos just like this one, or not. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!